my friend, makeup artist extraordinaire. I call her more avant-garde, so she's not like me. I'm your girl next door. She's
You're beauty.
up there. Yeah, I'm beauty.
Through and through.
It's different things, but she is wonderful. So I'm really chuffed. I'm in her hands, my chair, but her hands. Let's see what she does.
Okay. Right, Ruby, have you? I never see you with smoky eyes. You know, really dark smoky eyes.
So.
Tell me.
When I was younger, I did everything. So I did do quite a lot of smoky eyes. But I suppose as I've gotten older and have less time, and I know that if I suddenly turned up somewhere now, they would look at me like, oh, she's got smoky eyes. But it's time and it's being lazy, I think.
Yeah.
But you're right. No one's seen me with it for ages. So.
I mean, I would give you smoky eyes, but I know you want to play with makeup today.
Wow.
So it's all those combinations of having like a strong eye with colour, which is what I do quite a lot, combined with fashion, show skin, you know, all those little tricks and things. So that's why I've put the face tape on your eyes to give me more of an angular shape, but also to stretch out your lovely eyelids too. And you'll see why when I start putting on your blush. No?
It does feel, it is extraordinary because it is sort of pulled and lifted. So am I suddenly going to want to do this every day then? I'm going to know, oh, I like this. I want to be snatched.
But look at your face now and with your eyebrows.
Am I allowed?
This is all about... Because you're a makeup artist, it's not like I'm giving you super makeover, am I? I'm just talking you through what I do.
It's the shape.
Like,
what it is, I probably do with colour and working with what I've got. What you have done is you've basically just altered the structure.
Yes.
You've, by doing these, which are, what do you call them when they're up like that? Not
the brows?
Lacquered, yeah, lacquered.
It's like a laminated brow.
Yeah, it's a laminated brow. But then by putting the face tape, you have elongated my eyes. And I have quite chiseled bones anyway, but they've really come out.
Yes.
So it's the structure. You've already done that, not with skincare,
No.
not with makeup, not with a contour stick in sight, people.
No.
She's just done that with these skills. Wow.
And so all I'm doing now is just prepping your eyelid because I tend to work a little bit backwards with the eyes first. And so all I'm doing is just evening up the eyelids. And the thing is, really, like when it comes to makeup, I never know exactly what I'm going to end up with because I like to keep the ideas fresh. So as your face is changing, my ideas are changing. You know what I mean?
I think this is really important because I think people think artists come with a predisposed idea. I'm going to do this. This is how big my line is going to be. Honestly, we never know. Sometimes you have to just bullshit in front of people because art directors, photographers, this one asks you, what are you going to do? And you go, yeah. But absolutely, until you're sitting and working on that person. And even if it's a person or a model that you have worked with before, you never 100% know what you're going to do you?
Never. If you, I like every time any of my celebrities, it's always new, every single time. Well, I could use the same combination of products, but it's a different shape. The skin is completely different, so sometimes I have to work a little bit harder on the prep, you know, and sometimes I only have 10-15 minutes with somebody, so you have to have, that's why my kit is so big, because there's just so many options. You know, it's like for you, I know you're a skin person, your skin's amazing, but I just want to push it a bit more by doing this little massage here.
I accept graciously and I want to see what magic you do. And the biggest thing is exactly that, you know, that the true artistic process you cannot quantify, you cannot do, even when they say step by step, there's a little bit of something that happens with every artist. And that's why not one is bigger, better, worse.
No.
It's just you have to allow the process.
Yeah, and there's no judgment, you know, because I think we always have to step in with fresh eyes, otherwise you never have new ideas, you know. So for every job, doesn't matter if it's bridal, if it's show, you know, if it's talent, you always have to accept that anything can happen, and the client or whoever can just turn and go, oh, I don't want that today, I want this today. And you're like, you know, you have to be really prepared.
Yeah, and you can change it, we can adapt it,
Yeah.
it's not a problem. But at the end of the day, you're not a mathematician, you don't have a formula that you repeat again and again and again. That's very good in other areas of work, and, you know, if you're a chemist, doing
It's
the
problem
actual
solving,
product.
isn't it?
Yes,
Consistent.
but this is why it's called a creative. It's creative. Got to let her do her thing.
So I've just used the cryo tool because I love that. It seems to work all the time.
That's
Just before
nice. Is that
makeup.
from Drunk Elephant? Oh,
No, it's Celeste.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I find that it minimises the line. It just
It,
gives me a
it felt
lovely
nice and
base.
cool. It was really
yeah.
nice.
So it's a good way of doubling up. You know, if you haven't got time to do lymphatic drainage around the eye and stuff, that's just a quick fix for everywhere.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Might have to call that in.
Okay, so now we're working with colour, so all I'm going to do is prep a little bit more concealer. Maybe 15 minutes. Just look up at me. And this is because obviously if I make any mistakes, I know I can just wipe it off.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I'm always safeguarding myself for any mistakes. And I think that's the fun thing about makeup, is that you always know if it's not right, just take it off.
Well, this is it. This is the loveliest thing about makeup, is we're not doing hair colour. It's not a perm. It's not a cut. That has very long-standing, definitive results. I don't know why people don't experiment with makeup when they think you can just wipe it off. Don't like it, it's very easily repaired. And you don't have to be offensive, you just have to, that doesn't quite suit me. Never thought of that. Oh,
They
wow.
scare you.
Nice. No, I'm not scared at all. I love it. Love it.
Okay. So, again, I don't know what colour I'm going to do, but what I do is work with underbase tones first and just see, you know. So we're just going to pre-mix here and just see how it works on you. So I like to work with metallics, greens first,
Yeah.
and then I use powders, but the thing is, because I like to work so fast and make it still look like skin, and then the powders then help set and bring out pigments. So it's always good to play with both creams and powders.
So that's the other thing. I've always been fascinated since I've met Lang, looking at her work or whatever. She is not afraid of colour, all kinds of textures. But she's also speed motion. I don't know how she has this control, and it's fast. It's admirable.
Can you feel? It must be so weird for you to have another makeup artist do your face.
Do you know, the weirdest thing is, I think it's people's assumption where they think I won't enjoy the process, or I'm going to want to do it this way, that way. I don't. I've always been I'm quite a non-judgmental human being. So even in my work, I'm not judgmental. I think it's wonderful. And when I do a masterclass, or when I have an assistant, or I have anybody like that, I always say to them, you must sit in the chair and be made up. Do your skin, allow them to do something so that you know what it feels like when you're doing it to somebody. And if you don't ever sit and do this, you don't know what it's like.
Yeah.
And so for me, it's joyful. I love it.
Just look up for me now, baby. Look
Tell me
up
what
to the ceiling.
Up.
Look, ceiling, yeah. I know you've got sensitive eyes, so I'll do this quick. Thing is, when I first started makeup, I always did it on myself. Because I know I don't have the structure or that model face, but if I can make it look good on me, then I know I can make it 100 times better on a model. But then it's the process is what I love, because every time you do it, you get better and better and better. And every time you produce an idea, it gets better, you know, because you've already done the steps a few times, especially in designing. That's why I find it so easy, because in my head I have an idea, I try it out on my face, I have an idea. When I play with the products, you know, I get more of an idea that what works, and then by the time actually physically doing the job, it's easy.
So you're a bit like an architect in your head.
Yeah.
You are. You're like a makeup architect?
Yeah, I'm a bit like, cooking, you have a bit of this, bit of that.
Yeah.
So I'm just building,
I
see
mean,
what suits you.
anyone who started off makeup, you always do practice it on yourself.
Yeah.
So what is your little, did you assist? Did you go to school? Did you go to art school? How did you get to where you are today?
Obviously I was a very bad acne sufferer. So my first play with makeup was concealer for myself, and I had to learn the hard way. I was one of those people that caked my face, slept in it, so nobody could see my face, my skin.
Was it on your actual face or in the body? Or
on my face.
Right.
Honestly, it was horrendous. Like, it took probably till I was 14, till I was about 22 before, when I started taking up makeup and then understanding a bit more from working on the counters that skin should look like skin. But at that time there was no social media, right? There's magazines and, everything was all page 3 girls. It was all glamour. There wasn't anything.
Or high-end fashion, or whatever it was. Yeah.
It was all high fashion. So I was surrounded by all that and everyone around me with great skin. So you think, anyway, because you're very heightened about how everyone looks better than you. And then I started looking at magazines, and I remember seeing an article, and it said, green eyes wear this colour, brown eyes wear this colour. So I went down the rabbit hole trying to do this, and it didn't work. And I was like, why doesn't it work? So I kept practicing until it did work, but by then I sort of built up a little bit of a skill of how to do my makeup, my eyes and everything else. And and then that's when I started to make it for myself. And it was only when I was working in a photographic studio that I started to pick it up professionally.
Wow.
But I didn't get to assist anybody. I was surrounded by loads of makeup artists because it was in a studio for makeovers. So that's where my skill set comes from.
I think that's where you learn how to be fast.
Oh yeah, because you were not making money if you cannot produce somebody
quickly.
Yeah.
How long did you have? Say, an hour, half an hour?
No, not even, maybe 20 minutes if you're lucky.
Everything,
and
full face.
Full face.
And they want a freaking transformation, don't they?
Makeover, yeah.
God, see, I'll bow to you. That's where, you see, everywhere that would not have been taught to you in a makeup school or assisting. No. Yeah, there was a time urgency, but that's also why you can do anybody of any age, of any colouring, fast, because you have that in your belt. That's your experience.
Yeah, and I'm really grateful for that, because I had real people, and every day, different types of skin, people with different sort of problems or different needs. Man, woman, drag, people coming out of surgery. Honestly, I went through all of it.
I love it.
Families, children, the whole thing.
Yeah. So you see, everyone has a different route to end up achieving this, and social media, for whatever its negatives, it has its positives too, in that you're able, you guys, you don't realise, when I first started out, it was only going to London College of Fashion or going to the BBC, learning and train. Or you did an apprenticeship, which is what I did. I don't have any formal training, or you do like what Lang does, or you have somebody else like Mary Greenwell and Violette. They've come from very artistic backgrounds. They studied art. They did this. They have I don't know. So sometimes people say, did you feel funny? And I said, yeah, that's the only time where you think, am I an imposter? Did you ever feel like that?
Yeah, of course, because, I did study art all my life, but it was because at the time no one took art seriously. I didn't really know where I fitted in. All I knew was like, I want to paint, I want to be Picasso, I want to paint like Rembrandt, why can't I do all these things? And there was nothing like that. And so I ended up falling into fashion design at St. Martin's, and I liked it, but I didn't love it. I was just doing it because it was creative. There's nothing else at that time that could be creative. And so
I want to say to everyone on Hammertime, You're not obliged to use anything from my brand. You have to do whatever you want, but I can see you through my sneaky eye. She has used something from here. It's nice. But like I say, I've not obliged anybody. You don't have to use anything that bears my name.
So when I work with products in general, I put everything out, from the darkest to the lightest to the most colourful, to give me options. And it's only by sight that I see it and I feel it and I go, oh, a bit of this, a bit of that. So this colour was obviously the most vibrant in a cream form that I have, because the other one was too red. So I'm just building this up now. You don't know what you look at.
It's funny, and you're using that brush that you picked up yesterday.
Yeah, because it's a nice little round.
And other stories. So I'm not flagging, I'm not doing, but I was at the same event with Lang. And look, she's using that, she's using something she's had from us from a long time ago. And it goes to show, we do try things, you put it away, sometimes you don't use it just because it's getting cleaned, or it's getting washed or whatever. And this thing of tit for tat on social media, just to see, have you used it, is it tagged, is it this, is it that? We have things and we appreciate things and we keep it in our kit, use it personally. But it's not always a transactional relationship, and I wish sometimes that was understood by brands.
Yeah, I think, for me it's like, if it's good, we're going to use it. But there's options and everything, and as makeup artists, it's really important for us to have these options, because it's just nice to be able to, play, because the textures are different, the finish, the payoff is different.
You are very fussy about payoff and longevity.
Yes.
Once I've known you and I see you and I try things, and I'm a bit more, oh, I love that. I think of them, and then I have a conversation with Lang. She gets me to think, well, but that took that off, and I'm like, oh yeah, she's right. And it doesn't mean I don't think about that. Like in the red blush that you used, a lot of people at the moment, they love a very dewy. And I feel you can get that by how you do your prep, by making it a bit more moisturised, a drop of oil or something. But I like the control that my one gives us, and that you can have that longevity, you can have that pure bit of pigment, but it can be blended up or down.
Yeah.
Whereas when it's completely dewy like that, it won't last. So I hope it's in your kit because you like that product and not just doing it to satisfy me. And
oh no, it's not in my, if it's not in my kit and I don't use it, then I don't use it, and that's the end of story.
You see?
But I've, your creams and your eyeliner, like the brushes, the reason why I don't have them in the kit, because I use them personally.
Somebody make sure she has more. So Leanna there, darling, make sure Lang gets.
I mean, you can see I use 100 brushes, but like my jobs are never just one person. I've got,
of course not.
Multiple talents on the go, but also I've got shows happening all the time. I promise
you will be given sets so that you have them for your kit, and you can keep your personal ones or replace your personal ones, whatever. And that's me as not Ruby Hammer, the makeup artist, but this is me as Ruby Hammer, the brand founder.
Yeah.
I don't have a big brand, but I do have certain standards. And when other artists actually like that, that to me is my community. I love consumers, normal women buying it, because you know what, I have respect for that, because you are putting money, your hard-earned money, to buy my product. But before that, I have to earn the respect and the use of my artists, because that makes me feel good, that I then know if they're satisfied, you, the consumer, will be double satisfied.
That's right. So now I'm just... Now the reason why here we're just stippling instead of the brush is obviously for your little castle. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes, when I'm working, it's like my head is one way, but my hands automatically just do stuff, and I actually forget what I'm doing. But I think it's important, you know, like, you can see the way I'm doing makeup is, it's a little bit here and there, but I'm giving you where you need coverage, where you need shine. You know, I'm never like straight out of the bottle, just one way. You know, it's always about dimension. And obviously when we work together and I've seen you do your work with your Egyptian magic and the way you did skin and everything, you know, it really did sort of show me the layering process of the skin before even makeup, you know.
See, I always thought I had nothing to teach someone like Lang. And when we did that, and it's quite a few years ago, it really makes me feel good. I thought, gosh, she picked up and her game is good. But she did take an element and she made her game even better. Sorry. Oh my God, it made me feel really, really chuffed. Thank you. Thank you.
No, thank you. It's like, the more people that share information, the more people can learn.
Yeah,
you know,
it's true. It's true. But you know, sometimes we're scared to share because we feel, oh my God, I might just show the limitations of what I know. And actually, it's always good to share. It's always good.
Nobody can be you, you know?
No.
And you can't be in two places at once.
Yeah.
So, you know, no fear. That's why I always think, you know, because there should be no reason why women are still, you know, still searching of how to do their makeup. Especially in this day and age.
Yeah.
You know.
There is, see, then it becomes a question, is it about the techniques, the products of makeup, or is it about your own self-confidence in allowing you to experiment, or to look at it a different way, or to say, your face is unique. There's about 8 billion people on this planet, and no one is, in any shape or form, like you. You might have similarities, yes, we group together, whatever, but you are unique. And it's building that confidence for somebody to say, you can do your thing. You can do your thing.
Yeah, everyone is so different. It's, you know, it's one of these things where there's so much choice, and I guess.
Do you think there's too much choice in this day and age?
Too much choice of the same thing, maybe. You know, it'd be nice that, you know, the formulations and things, but then again, like, there's so many people in the world, you know, it's packaging, it's taste. You know, we can't really judge anyone really, because what you like, I might not like.
Yes.
You know, and we're makeup artists, so if you imagine consumers or people watching this video who haven't been through the motions like we have, where we're constantly not only engulfed in makeup, new launches, new products, new formulations, every time, you know, there's so much to think about it.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it's really important.
And you know, like, you can't, there's a commercial aspect to choice. You can't have everything because it costs somebody something to provide you with that choice. And sometimes the consumer doesn't think of how costly it is to bring something to you, for you to either love or to diss. When you diss it, it's heartbreaking, guys, because
your
use
products are so good. You can't diss your products.
It's nice.
But I think anything that's developed by makeup artists is so good anyway. A makeup artist is not going to let anything go out there that's not.
I mean, and it's not being snooty. It just means you're bringing an area of expertise that someone, a movie star, a celebrity, even if they're obsessed about makeup or they know a lot about what they do. And, you know, I do have respect, but you're right that on the whole, it is better if it is got a artist's background behind. Open or closed?
Okay. So now I'm starting building. Because we did the cream, and that's me getting to know your skin. And what suits you. But also now I'm starting to build on the colour itself. Quite awesome.
Looking.
Close. Building this smokiness through here. Open your eyes again. Chin down. Keep your eyes open.
Keep it open?
Yeah.
Sorry. It's my deafness. Sorry, everyone. She's very softly spoken.
Oh, no,
And I'm
sorry.
like a megaphone.
So now we're taken into this world of a bit more avant-garde. It's not something you'd wear down the street, but this is something, you know, if we were doing an editorial shoot and it's creating a character, more or less.
I can't wait to look in this mirror, but I'm hanging in there.
It feels like a lot of layers. How does it feel in the
No, it doesn't feel bad, because it's like I always say, if they're light, thin layers, it's comfortable. Then one thick, goopy layer that feels like you've got a wet blanket all over your face. I don't feel that at all.
Even though you've got the bone structure, I think a lot of people forget to still implement the makeup there, especially for photographs. You know, even though you've got that structure, just by adding that tiny bit more bronzer, it just defines it when it hits the light, you know.
I like that you repeated that, because sometimes I'm guilty of not doing everything on someone, but you did qualify it by saying, especially if you're going to be on camera. So when it's a normal woman that's just going about her business, she doesn't need to do that every single day. But when you want that little bit extra, then I guess, yes.
So it's just a play with different...
Is that your palette? Is that the famous Lang palette? Yeah, so I've got that in my kit too. And it's got face, there's everything. That's lovely.
Pretty much, yeah.
See, I do notice, because I have got that.
So pretty, isn't it? Like, woo. This is where the hard bit comes in, because you're like, every process is really pretty, and there's elements of like, oh, do I do the brow? Do I take out the brow? Do I, you know, what am I going to do? So, okay, so let's see, like, let's see what happens to you if I do a lash.
Please do a lash.
Do you wear lashes? No, you don't.
No, I've had, do you know what? I
Maybe
wish I was better at doing an eyeliner or a lash myself.
Let's see what happens. Can you have a look at me? Keep it there.
I am a bit of a chicken shit when it comes to myself. But I know they make a difference.
I'm going to try something that you might not have tried before. Open your eyes. Yeah, open. I'm just placing. Just want to see what happens. Because there's a trick that I usually do. I'm doing like show work. I often use the same lash, top and bottom.
Oh,
if
wow.
it's something for a... And then what I do, a trick is like you cross them over and it gives you lovely, okay. That's what we're going to do. So I'm whispering.
She's just thinking out to herself, she's speaking to herself. It's all whisper.
Oh,
She's not mad. She's just very talented.
okay. So you don't use any lashes at all when you go out?
Do you know what I
Individuals
have?
even?
You know what I have? I have the best end, like Lashify, and I had to take a lesson to how to do it and whatever, so I haven't done it for a while, but so there's that. Then there's wonderful ones, you know, from like Swede, that gives you like almost nothing lashes. And Ilio, they've got these pre-sticky ones.
Yeah.
And I think I did it once where I just did it on myself and there was nobody here to see it.
Oh.
And I was like, I had nowhere to go. I loved it. I should do it again because it's coming up to Christmas.
Yeah.
Party time. I'm going to have to do it and see if I can pull it off on myself.
When I go out, I used to always have lashes, individuals. And I think
Yes.
I mean, the more you do it on yourself, the better you get.
Yes. And that's just it. I don't do it on myself, so I'm not great at it. It just needs a bit more time, and sometimes I'm too much of a rush.
Yeah.
You need the time, because the other thing is, if you don't pull it off properly when you are an artist, they'll be looking at you going, "Ooh, her eyelashes are all wonky," and I don't really want that.
I mean, I generally don't breathe, so you'll see when I do eyeliner, I literally don't breathe. Okay. But, funny thing is, like when I'm working with talent, they literally are a moving target. So all that experience from doing shows pretty much helps me under pressure. Can you feel it?
Here you go, Leanna. There's somebody using our product, not the way I use it, but look how fast and good and things. So
you don't use it like that?
Well, not on myself. That's the eyebrow side, and that's the mascara side. And you don't have to use it. It's a nice thin definition one. If you wanted more, you could use something else.
No, I like how it grabs the lash. This is more to blend off the fake lashes, you see, so this is your own one. So. It's a very good brush. I'll be honest, I haven't tried it yet. I haven't tried your mascara. When did you launch?
Have you not?
No. Very good.
So it's not a full lash effect, but it defines gently. It's very good for underneath.
Yeah.
It's very good for... And you can build it up, it's tubular, you can, but what do you think for the first time?
I can feel it. That's one thing about me. It's like, I was trying to explain to somebody that when it comes to brushes or mascaras, you need to feel it. You know, when you're trying to create the look, if your brush or your tool is not doing the job, and you have to be really heavy-handed, then it doesn't make your life easier, so it's pointless. You know, but I can feel...
Can you feel it with
I
this?
can feel it from the tip, like it's almost like inside, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I realised when I was doing mascara, you know, I get a headache if I'm going like this all the time from doing so many layers and get really wrinkly, and it gives me, it really annoys me. Like if I don't get instant results. I think that's just me though. I like instant results.
See, so I always said with this one, it's not going to give you full fake effect lashes. There are wonderful brands out there you can achieve that with. But this, it gets, I saw how you did it on me. You did lift so that you could get right to the base of the lashes.
I usually work from the tip, because then what it does is I can see exactly how much lash I'm going to get.
That's a great
And then I go into the root and then I push. And then if I'm putting lashes on, then I can roll it both together without overloading the mascara, because the tip is the giveaway of how much mascara you have on your eyes. So I always do the tip first, and then I know exactly how much.
How much?
Yeah, how much is going to come out of the pot. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let's do side first.
Are you right-handed or left-handed?
I am right-handed.
Okay. I'm going to ask that to everybody, because I'm right-handed and you're right-handed, and everyone assumes everyone artistic is always left-handed, but it's not always the case.
I don't meet many people that's left-handed. You're left-handed?
Huh? Me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Straight for me. Straight ahead, like go on a catwalk. That's it. So remember what I said about my tip is like if I'm going on the outer corner.
Looking up?
Straight ahead. Yeah. This gives me. Is everyone laughing behind my camera? And sometimes, you know, something, because I'm obviously talking to you and I'm thinking about it, this is like a longer version. Usually I can do this in like under 15 minutes. Let's make sure this. I think I have to go into the glue again. Look straight ahead again. So this glue gets dried. Sometimes it's just placement.
No, it's adjusting. It is. It's adjusting. I'm trying not to distract you without chatting.
That's okay. Straight ahead again. Look straight. Yeah, normally. Look down at me. Straight. Oh, that's what I forgot. Sometimes my little trick is for underneath lashes is just to roll with my brush. Because you know sometimes lashes can look like that or too heavy on the outer corner, so it can droop the eye. So for me it's always about
Please
this
capture that so I know what to do.
Does that feel okay?
Mm-hmm.
Nearly there. So yeah, now I'm gonna yeah, and sometimes with synthetic lashes, you can just go in with the mascara and just and just seal it, because these are light and fluffy. I don't want to put too much mascara in it.
This is very good for that because you can just get rid of it with hot water. So your lashes will be good. And your fake lashes will be good.
Okay. Look straight ahead again.
She's squinting at me.
There.
Squint. Yeah.
It's part of the process, there we go. And no eyes are like symmetrical, you know, so when it comes to makeup, that's something that we focus on and trying to get that symmetry.
It's true, because everyone thinks everyone has that, but you try and make it as symmetric as you can, as the face allows.
Yeah. Now, the brows is one of the more tricky scenarios, so that's set. So this is where you can decide. You can take into different worlds. But what I'm going to do is still keep it quite beautiful, because this...
Please keep it beautiful. So you've laminated them so they're really set now, and then you're doing it at the end.
Yeah, there's a finishing touch, yeah. Yeah, because I like with this look, because it's all about the eyes, it seems to work well with the eyebrows being a little more fluffy. You know, sometimes you have to pull back.
Yeah.
And that's the secret, you know, with creativity. You can go all in with colour, with everything, but you've got to choose who's going to be, or what area is going to be the main part, you know. So
now with my features, my colouring, my age, by what you're doing, like that's a slightly fuller brow, that's a slightly thinner brow, I know. So it's not like I don't know.
Would you believe that when someone's done one, I've only had 2 people ever do my makeup
Hey?
that I've liked?
Oh no, so you had I bet you've had loads of people do your makeup that you like. So are you able to say who those 2 people are? Or not? You don't have to share.
One is one of my assistants,
Yeah.
a very long assistant, and then the other one is like one of my best friends, and that's it. Because they've seen me do my makeup. And they sort of know, but still.
See, I'd love to see you do your makeup. Maybe I'd do that as a series where I say, not only, so you're doing me, and then I get to see you do yourself.
Oh my god, mine is just literally.
Well, let's make a note. No, because I think I could do you one way without knowing, because I've just seen you around. But if I saw you do it, I would see, oh, she quite likes doing it like that, she quite likes doing it like that. That I'd like to attempt, but I won't, after what you just said, I'm not going to attempt it till I've seen you do it, because I might have half a chance of being the third that she likes, but I might be the one that she doesn't like, and I can't bear that. Because I have too much love and respect for Lang. I want her to like what I do.
No, I would, like, you know how people say, oh, I'd love to take you home to do my makeup, and it's like, if I had the money, like, I would love to have someone know how to do my makeup. You know, it's one of these, people don't realise, like, it's such...
It's a treat. It's a treat, and it can become well, we all need it. Don't go in front of the camera if you, especially in this day and age. And as a person, it's not about just women. It's as a person, you want to make the effort to look the best you can. That might be good skincare. That might be a bit of eye drops. That might be a bit of lip balm. Whatever it is. And for women, it is a bit of more makeup, depending on the occasion.
I'm just doing the finishing touches now. I think if I had paled your face out and everything, you would have freaked out.
Huh? If you'd what?
If I'd paled your face out and made it into more character, you'd probably freak out. At least this way, we can build you into this world without you feeling like...
You are killing me with the suspense, that's all I can say.
Okay, lips.
Oh, my time is coming to an end with a lovely Lang. I don't want her to stop. It feels so good.
I'm going to just finish off. Can you see out of there yet?
Yeah. Have you got any pet peeves as an artist that your subject does or client says to you? You got anything like that?
It's generally movement, which I'm sure a lot of people can relate to.
What you mean? They're
Not
looking
sitting
at their
there.
phone. They're not sitting there. Have I been good? I hope.
You've been very good, yeah.
Thank you.
I'm used to it, you know.
So what do you do? Do you get like harsh with them and say,
No.
So how do you find a diplomatic way of getting them to sit still?
I just work around it. I don't actually say it. They sort of
feel it.
Well, they know, you know, like, oh, I haven't been still for you. Oh, sorry, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, it's fine. But now can you now can you sit still? I'm just going to do this. And I think because I do as much as I can, and I get as far as I can. And then I have to stop, and I was like, okay, I need you now to just give me 2 minutes. That's all I need, you know.
Focus,
yeah. And I think that's why I've been working with people I have for a long time, because I don't boss them, because at the end of the day, they're paying me to be there. You know, they're my client. I'm creating a service, and I want them to have the most peaceful and easy time, not to be told anything, you know, not to be told what to do.
But you also don't want them reading a book like that and looking at their phone or that. There's some time where they want you to do some magic, but they've got to allow you the light and the space to just do it.
Yeah.
And they're lucky she's only asking for 2 minutes.
And it's because I am quite quick, you know, and I do have my limits, you know, like I remember we were doing something, I'm really under pressure, and the PRs were coming in, the guests were coming in, like just loads of people coming in, and it did frustrate me a bit, but I knew I know my limits, and it's going to be like 20 minutes. I usually that's it. I draw the line if you're making me do it under 20 minutes, because I need my little playtime. And that's when I sort of go, okay, I'll just stop. And I said, right, someone's going to have to move. Get out. Ah, yes, I know. Trying to figure out what I needed to do. Final touches, and then highlights. Yeah. Can you imagine what I'm doing from just feeling?
I'm just from feeling, and I'm skipping, and I can't wait. That's all I can say, because I know no one's ever done that to me. I've had lashes on the top lashes, very rare, but I've never had them on the bottom. So no, I'm waiting to be very pleasantly,
I hope so.
like, get a wow factor. That's it. I'm not judging. I'm just biding my time. I'm excited inside, and I'm just waiting.
Okay. Small trick. Can you just do? Looks like this. You can do a lot of things. I'm just gonna tick. Clip out a little bit. Just got this. And this is pretty much, most of the times I do my lips, very much with a lipstick, done.
Yeah.
If somebody wants like a proper line, I get them to do it themselves.
Sometimes it's faster, and then you repair. You can see they want to be a bit bigger, or they want to be a bit less.
Yeah, kiss again for me. But also, I only want the colour to be focused around the front bit. Okay, relax. As a makeup artist, I often wonder, like, with the touch. As a makeup artist, I always feel, because sometimes people are quite heavy-handed. So can you feel me when I'm? No,
you've got
like
a lot
brushes,
of control. Yeah, no, you're like, because I think I'm quite heavy-handed when I massage.
Yeah,
I do, and then I can, and I'm not. It depends. So yes, you're not heavy-handed. But you have control.
Stand to brush.
You have control.
Right, close your eyes.
That smells nice. What is that?
That's iconic.
Oh, I think I have that somewhere.
For the glow, yeah. Okay.
See, I've sprayed other people with it. I've never sprayed myself with it.
I use it all the time. I go through like 2 bottles every few months.
Is that your
So
favourite?
I use it as a finishing spray for like live stuff, because obviously it's got a bit of glitter to it. But if I need the glow to be really wet, then that's what I use. Okay.
Oh, she's down tools, people. She's down tools.
All right, you got your mirror.
Am I allowed? Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Here you go.
Because if you don't like, I can always add. I can always take away. That's what I go.
Okay. Ta-da. Oh wow. Crikey. I love it. I love it. Yeah. So I can almost say, this that you've done, maybe not as super blended as this, but I used to kind of do that when I was younger, 17, I did. Yeah. The colours, weirdly enough, I wore colours like this. So the only thing I probably wouldn't do now is I wouldn't have the lashes at the bottom, but I see what you've done.
This is not,
I see what you've done, but if I took them off, no, you've done it, because it's very, it's lovely. But say you did all that and I took this away, I'd go out in it, because I've done that in the past, and I love this and all that, and you've used my own colour, and you've used something, so and you've made my brows really symmetrical, and I might do this. I just do that.
Yeah. Final highlight.
Look at that. I really love it. Thank you. Gosh. Hammer time! I love it. I love it. Yes. Absolutely. really hope you've enjoyed that, because I've thoroughly enjoyed being made up by the very talented Lang. Please let me know what you think in your comments below.